How's it going, YouTube? Sorry, this is a couple days late here. Just had a busy weekend and getting busy with work at night here and stuff. So finally got my stuff together here. Um, Last week I didn't have a ton of pickups. In fact, I only have two games or two things that I picked up to show you. And it was pretty much the end of my after my last thing here. It's pretty much the end of my video game budget for the month. So. But luckily, two awesome YouTubers, stepped up here and hooked me up with some stuff. I've got two trades here, actually one trade and one just GamerEmporium awesomeness. But first, I'll go ahead and show you this first trade is with MattDieselGaming. He hit me up a couple weeks ago, and I think he's kind of new here to YouTube, so go check him out. And actually, please check out. He's got a quick video just asking for some advice about trading over YouTube. So I commented on it, and so go help him out and give your advice, your tips, that kind of stuff. I left a big RPG tour guide comment, and for those who know Ryan Phoenix, he's just an awesome commenter. I mean, when I watch a YouTube video, I've got a bowl of cereal in front of me. He has a pen and paper. So go check out Matt Diesel Gaming. Go help him out on his YouTube questions here. But he sent me Bomberman Jetters. For the GameCube, it is complete. I believe I sent him the two Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic games for the Xbox. And he threw in some extras, which is really cool. He threw in Knife Edge Nose Gunner for the 64. A couple of manuals here. WWF Warzone for the PS1. Shark Tale for the GameCube. And Finding Nemo, which is a great movie, for the GameCube as well. And then he threw in Cabela's Big Game Hunter Ultimate Challenge. I remember having, I think it might even been this, for the PC, and it was just fun to go around and, shoot the animal. I mean, not doing much, you're just sitting there hunting, but they're fun to play with every once in a while. So thank you very much, Matt. Thank you for Bomberman Jetters. I think I had this game actually once before, and I traded it to Boomstick 229. So cool to to find another copy here. Next is my gift from GamerEmporium. I talked about in my last video that I was looking for the Game Boy player for the GameCube, and he said he had an extra player that he would just send out to me. So instead of just sending out a player, he sent a monster package with like 20 games here. So just awesome. I'll go ahead and show these real quick here. A couple of disc-only games. I'll just go through these quickly. Raiden 3. Maximo, Ghost of Glory, great game. True Crime, Streets of LA. Robotech Invasion. Ghost Rider. And The Rise of Kasai. Hope I said that right. And then next to all these, first is a movie, Turtles. And I have not seen this yet, so I've only seen all the original ones, so that's pretty cool. Nano Breaker. Good Rockstar game. State of Emergency. And I actually left this sticker on up there. I just thought it was kind of cool. Asking clerks to check IDs for people buying the game. Kill Switch. Primal. Hunter the Reckoning, The Wayward. And this actually looks pretty fun. Kind of just a zombie killer run around hack and slash. Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Great books. I'm not quite sure how the game plays. If it's anything like the Golden Compass, it's better a book. Yu-Gi-Oh! I think I actually have this one already, but I'll have to check. I have a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, but still awesome. Turtles the game. I do not own this yet. In fact, I only own the NES and Super Nintendo one, so I hope it's as good as those. Virtual Fighter 4. Yeah, 4 Evolution. The Mark of Kray. And lastly, The Getaway. So, what was just going to be this guy, I ended up with, 20 games there. And I actually need your help with this. He also threw in this guy who I cannot figure out who it is. And he offered to tell me, but I figured this would be more of a better way to find out. So I'll try to bring him up close here. And he's got some markings there on his shoulder. It looks like a Bible with a cross. So if anyone knows who this is, just go ahead and let me know there in the comment section, because I just don't. But thank you very much, Jason. Please go check out Gamer Emporium and go check out Matt Diesel Gaming. And thank you very much. They both sent notes just saying thank you. And so I very much appreciate it. Hopefully we'll do more trades in the future, Matt and Jason. I know we will. Now on for my pickups. This is just from one pawn store, and unfortunately this was on Monday of last week, and so I used up all my remaining video game budget on Monday, which was disappointing. But found a couple of things here. The first thing is Champions Return to Arms, which I believe is the sequel to Champions of Norath. So it was cool to find that. This was $2. And best thing, however, and I couldn't pass this up, and that was Pokemon Nintendo 64. If you checked my Facebook, you already saw this, but it is complete. It also comes with the controller. It's all in very good condition. Comes with a third-party AC adapter, third-party AV cable, but not a huge deal. It's kind of a funny story. This is the place where I bought those Super Nintendo games, the Super Metroid and everything, and the manager there, when I was going to buy the PlayStation 2 game, he said, "Oh, hey, I've got a Nintendo 64 for you." And I'm like, "Oh, awesome." And he brings it out, and I see what it is, and I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. I haven't seen one of those in a long time." And he's like, "Yeah, well, it doesn't work." And I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, "Well, what's wrong?" And he's like, "Well, it powers up, it lights up, but I don't get any, indication on the TV." And I'm thinking right away that something's just wrong with the AV cable here. It's third party and stuff like that. And so I'm like, "Oh, all right, well, it's got a $50 sticker on it." And I was like, $50 is too much. And he's like, "Oh, no, no, no." He's like, that was before when we thought it was working. He's like, "It goes for over 100 on eBay." And I'm like, "Oh, well, like I said, I'm still not gonna pay 50." And he's like, "Well," he's like, "I was thinking about making it 30." And I told him I had $20 on me, right offhand. And I was like, "Okay." And so we took 20 for it, and I took it home, and it worked just fine. I don't know if maybe he didn't have any games to try it with, so he just tried powering it up to see something without any games in it, which probably wouldn't get him any indication. So, but it worked just fine even with this guy. So, $20, I got a Pokemon Nintendo 64. One downfall, it's got some sticker tear right there. But other than that, like I said, it's pretty decently clean. It's got the cover, just the regular jumper pack. But so yeah, with the controller, I'm already have a I don't know what to say. I already have someone who expressed interest in this. It's going to go to All-Gen Game Hunter. He's already claimed it. I think I'm going to just throw in a regular AV cable because I have a couple extra. Because I'd actually like to keep that the coaxial one. That's good for if I travel or something. Because since it works on a GameCube, Super Nintendo 64, so that's good for traveling in case a hotel TV doesn't have AV hookups, just regular coaxial. But definitely really cool to find this. Really cool to find it, like I said, with the controller, which is in great condition. The joystick's really good. Unfortunately, though, it does come with a little bit of bad news. Just talking with the manager there, he didn't have any Nintendo 64 games, just the system. And I saw that he had 2 systems previously, and as it turns out, they're starting to sell their games on eBay. And so they're still, taking PS2, Xbox, and then everything newer, Wii, 360, PS3, stuff like that. But all the older stuff they get in, they're just putting it on eBay immediately. So that's pretty disappointing. And then on top of that, today I just went into Browse, and they had Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 for the Xbox, but they had them marked for 20 bucks each, which is probably still good for the Battlefront 2 because I think it goes for 30 to 40, but I wasn't going to pay 20 bucks for it, so they're looking up their prices now also. So definitely disappointing, but I'll definitely keep looking, and there's about 50 other pawn stores here in town, so I'll keep looking. But that's all I had for you today. Like I said, it was disappointing that I had to spend it all on one system, but I definitely didn't want to let it go. Chip Ritchie, Algin Game Hunter, it will be getting this system, so now that I've shown it here in video, I'll be sending it out to him, so you can check him out. Other than that, thanks again to Matt Diesel Gaming. Thank you to Gamer Emporium. Um, Thank you very much, and I'll have a few things here hopefully for you for next weekend, and then the weekend after that I'll be at the Midwest Gaming Classic, so I'm super excited for that. I'll definitely bring my camera and my laptop here, so hopefully to have some videos out there, just of the goofiness, some game playing, and whatever games we can find there. So stay tuned for next week, and thanks again.